Hello everyone! Welcome to another tutorial. This time, we, Patrick will be Calagahan and Renzo Luis Ejem will be teaching you the basic commands of Linux terminal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the expectations we had previously is now slowly becoming a reality. Let's get there slowly but surely, and without further ado, let's begin the tutorial. In order to open the Linux terminal in Ubuntu, just simply press the Windows button and search for terminal. Once done, you're ready to go. The first command is list, which is similar to command prompt's dir command. As of now, the current directory shown in our terminal is as shown on screen, right here. Now, when we type the list command or ls, it shows a list of subdirectories within our current directory. So, that's basically it for the list command. The next command is change directory or cd, which is basically similar to command prompt. Previously, we used the list command to show the subdirectories within our directory. So, we can use the cd command to select one of these subdirectories as our new directory. We'll use desktop as an example. So, we type cd desktop. Now, if you want to move one directory higher, in command prompt, we do cd ... But in Linux, there's a small difference. Instead of cd ... we type cd space ... So the difference is that in Linux, there's a space between cd and ... And that's basically how you use the cd command in Linux. The next command is print directory or pwd. What this command does is that it prints the current directory shown in your terminal. Actually, our current directory is Ubuntu at Ubuntu blah 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 desktop, so it's written in a weird language. What the pwd command actually does is that it prints this directory in a language that we can understand. So to demonstrate, let's type pwd. As you can see, it now shows home Ubuntu desktop, which is more understandable than what is shown in the terminal. And that's basically it for the print directory command. The next command is the make directory command or mkdir, which is again similar to the mkdir command in command prompt. The syntax of it is simply you type mkdir and then you type the name of your directory that you want to create. To demonstrate, let's type mkdir test file. And as you can see, we have successfully created a subdirectory in our desktop named test file. The next command is the remove command or rm. What this command does is that it removes a specified file within the current directory. Let's create a text file using two greater than symbols and let's name it as hello.txt, whatever. Remember, the remove command only removes files and not folders. A folder is a directory like the test file we created using the mkdir command previously. Now, we will be using the rm command to remove the hello text from our current directory. Type rm followed by the name of the file, in my case, hello.txt. And as you can see, we have successfully removed hello.txt from our current directory.
The next command is the copy command or the cp command. So what this command does is it basically simply copies one file or folder to another folder or file or a specific directory to another. So for an example, the syntax is cp. So as you can see, there are in the desktop file or in the desktop directory, there are two files, the file1.txt and the receive file. So for example, for today, or is we're going to use the file1.txt as our source, and then the receive file as our receive file, or where we are going to paste the file. So the syntax is cp -r, the file name which we're going to copy, the file1.txt, and then the receive file, or the file where we are going to paste the file or files, and there, and it has successfully copied. So in order for us to locate this, we can also use the ls command, or we can just simply, for the sake of ease, we can simply go here to the desktop and then look at the receive file, and there is the file1.txt, and simply as that. The next command is the move command, or the mv command. So what this command does is that it basically simply moves one file or folder from a specific directory or a specific folder to another files or a specific directory. So for example, in our command is, the syntax is mv, the file name for in this case we are going to use the file1.txt as our source file, and then the receive file is where is our destination is going to be pasted, or where is our file is going to be pasted. So simply doing that, there we can try and locate it by using ls. Now the file1.txt is already moved, since we cannot already see here. So in order for us to see here, we can go to the files. So here in our desktop, there's the receive file, and there's the file1.txt. The next command is the touch command. So what this command does, it has two functions. The first function is that it creates an empty file. So you might be asking, what is the difference between mkdir and touch command? So the difference between them is that mkdir creates directory, while touch command creates empty files. So that is the first function of the touch command. The second function of touch command is that it helps, or it modifies the timestamp of a specific directory or a specific file or a specific folder. So let us put into example about how touch command works. So let us get the long list of the desktop, or the directory, the desktop. So ls -l. So as you can see here, there are three files. So the file1, file2, file3, and the timestamp is beside it. So the first function is to create an empty file. So we are going to use the syntax of touch command, which is touch, and then the file name which we are going to create. So file4.txt. There we can see if it is already updated by getting the long list. There is the file4, and there's the timestamp, which is 6:58, which is the time right now. So the second function is to modify the timestamp. So let us put an example into the first file, or the file1. So touch, as you can see here, the file last time modification, or the time which was the last use, was 6:52. So if you use touch file1.txt and then see the long list, and as you can see, it's already 6:58 and it has already been updated. So that's all for the touch file. So the next command is the cut command. So what this command does is that it basically simply calls out or display the text inside the text file. So let us put an example for this is, let's just see the long list for our directory, which is desktop, and here we have 4 file names, which is file1, file2, file3, file4. So in order for us to call out or display the text inside the file1, we can just simply put file1, cut, then file name, then file1.txt, and there, and it calls out, or it displays the contents inside the file1. Now, if you want to add more files or multiple files, we can just simply do file1.txt and then space file2.txt and so on and so forth. And there, it displays the contents inside the file1.txt and file2.txt. So we can see this inside here. In our files, we can see file1 has this: good hello user, good morning user, how are you? And for file2, hello everyone, have a nice day, have a good day. So it just simply shows what is inside the contents of the file1 or file2. The next command is the more command. So basically what this command does is that it displays and shows what is inside the text file, or it shows the context inside the text file. So let us put an example in our directory in file3. So more file3.txt, and then it will show all the content or what is inside the file3.txt. So these are the lines or the text that is inside the file3. So you might be asking, what is the difference between more file or more command and cat command? So the difference between them is that in more command, you have an option on what you can display on the text. So let us put an example. You want to display only line 4 to 10. So you can add a plus, more, plus, 4, and then the file text or the file name, file3.txt. So as you can see, it only shows line 4 up to 10. Now if you want to show line 1 up to 4, you can also do more minus 4, then file name .3.txt, and then there it shows line 1 up to 4. Now if you want to show more, you can enter, press enter, and press enter, and enter up till to the last line. So that is the more command. The next command is the head command. So basically what this command does is that it shows the first 10 lines of the text file. So let us put an example for our file3.txt. So if we go here in our text directory or text editor, the contents of the file3.txt is only up to line 20, right? Line 1 to line 20. Now if we use the head command on the file3.txt, it will only show up to line 1 up to line 10. So as you can see, it shows line 1 up to line 10. So that's all for the head command. The next command is the tail command. So basically what this command does is that it displays the last 10 lines of a text file. So let us put an example for our file3.txt again. File3.txt. So as we can see here in our file3.txt, it is line 1 up to line 20, right? Now if we use the tail command, it will only show the last 10 line, which is the line 11 up to line 20. So if you show here tail that file name, which is the file.3.txt, it will show the line 11 up to line 20. So that's basically it for the tail command.